Hi friends, happy Friday. Welcome back to our mini lesson for today. Today for our mini lesson, we're going to take a look at two learning targets. The first one says, I can identify story elements. And the second one says, I can identify story elements of a text. So we're going to take a look at two posters today. Since today is Friday, we didn't have a video yesterday since we're off a little bit this week from not having school last week for a day. So we're going to look at the story elements of two posters, and then in the second poster, we're going to answer some questions. So I want your listening ears to be turned way up so that when we're ready to answer some questions, your brains are already thinking about the answers. So let's take a look at what story elements are. Story elements are four important parts of a story. And when we talk about a story, we're talking about fictional text. That means that it's not facts. We don't go into these books and see, oh, I want to learn about how an apple is grown. These are stories that we either tell or read or listen to. So the stories have four different parts. They have characters, setting, a problem, and a solution. Whew, we solved it, okay? So we've read the story of the three little pigs, and the characters in the story were the pigs and the wolf, and the setting changed throughout the story, but each of the pigs had their own house, right? And who was chasing the pigs the whole time? The big bad wolf. That was the problem, right? The problem was that the wolf wanted to eat the three little pigs, but the pigs problem solved. After the wolf tried to blow the houses down, the three of them ended up going to the brick house where the third little pig lived, and they came up with a little plan. They decided to put a pot of boiling water at the bottom of the fireplace so that when the wolf tried to climb in through the fireplace, plop, he'd burn his little hiney. And that's exactly what happened, right? He ran away at the end of the story, and they solved the problem. So today we're going to take a look at another poster. And this poster has both words and pictures. So the title of this poster is called The Shoe Mix-Up. Ooh. I want you to think for just a second. The shoe mix-up. If you have shoes at home that you put together with your brother and sisters and mom and dad, do you ever get your shoes mixed up? Do you ever accidentally grab the wrong shoe? I want you to make a connection in your brain. Think about that. Think about, oh, if you've done that before, let's see what happens in this story. Megan went to the shoe store with her dad. I would like pretty pink shoes, said Megan. I would like pretty black shoes, said Megan's dad. The man got shoes for Megan and her dad. At home, Megan looked in her bag. She had black shoes. Megan's dad looked in his bag. He had pink shoes. Oops, they said. Let's trade. So Megan and her dad go to where? The shoe store. So right away at the beginning of our story, we learn who the characters are. The characters are Megan and her dad. Where's the setting? Where do they go to buy their shoes? The shoe store, we just said it. But what is the problem? They go to the shoe store and Megan wants pink shoes. Her dad wants black shoes. That's not the problem. That's an important detail though, because when they get home, they look in their bags and this is the problem, right? When they look in their bags, Megan says, uh-oh, I have what color shoes? Black shoes. And dad looks in his bag and he says, uh-oh, I have pink shoes. So they accidentally mixed up their shoes, right? And to solve their problem, what did they do? They traded their shoes back. So all they had to do was trade their bags. They didn't pout and cry about it. They just traded. And that's how they solved it. Very good. Let's take a look at the other side of our poster and see if we can figure out the problem and solution in the characters and setting. This is called Shoe Fox Shoe. Ooh, I already can make a connection to this story just by looking at the fox and then the scared animals. At Christmas time, I like to read the story of the gingerbread man. And I know that there's a sneaky, sneaky little fox that tries to eat a gingerbread cookie. And these characters look scared like that gingerbread cookie. And this fox looks sly and sneaky like the fox in that story. So let's see what's in the story of Shoo, Fox, Shoo. Fox went to the farm. He wanted to eat rooster. Ah! Shoo, Fox, shoo, said cow. Go away. Shoo, fox, shoo, said sheep. Go away. Shoo, fox, shoo, said pig. Go away. Help, said rooster. I will put rooster in the coop, said farmer. Go away, fox, and you cannot eat rooster. So what is the problem here? The problem is the fox is trying to eat the who? The rooster. Just like in our story the other day where the turkey was trying to be eaten by the farmer. The fox is trying to eat the rooster. And to try and problem solve, the other characters, the cow, the sheep, the fox, tried to shoo the fox away. But who is the character that swoops in and says, I'm going to save you? The farmer, right? What does the farmer do with the rooster? Puts the rooster in the coop to save him. Raise the roof if you've seen our chicken coop at school. If you've seen the chicken coop at school, you see that there's a gate and then there's also a door. So if you shut that, then the chickens can stay inside of it safely. So I can imagine and visualize with my brain what this looks like because I've seen it here at school. So the settings on the farm, the characters are animals and the farmer, and the problem is that the fox wants to eat the rooster. But they solved that problem by shooing the fox away and putting the rooster into the chicken coop. You can even see the little thought bubble over here of the fox thinking, ooh, that chicken looks pretty good. So I'm going to ask some questions, and I want you to think with your brain, ooh, what do I know that can help me answer this question? So there's 4 questions, and here's question 1. This helps us to know what we've learned. The first question says, what is the story's setting? Remember, the setting is when and where the story takes place. Was the setting of our story on a farm, at the zoo, or a fox? Well, that last one doesn't make sense because a fox is not a setting, it's a character. So that's out the window. Was the setting at the zoo or the farm? Well, in our picture, I saw a barn and a silo and some grass. So to me, it looks like the farm. We also saw farm animals. So the correct answer is farm. If you got that right, kiss your brain. Excellent. The next question says, who is not a character in this story? Ooh, tricky, tricky. You ready? There's 3 options. Number 1, rooster. Number 2, horse. Number 3, farmer. Ooh, that's tricky. So which one of these 3 is not a character in the story we just listened to? Is it a rooster, a horse, or a farmer? The correct answer is horse. The horse is not in this story. We see a cow, a pig, and a sheep, plus a fox, a chicken, and a farmer, but no horse. If you got that right, kiss your brain. All right, question number 3 says, what is the problem, the in the story? Is it that rooster ran away? Fox wants to eat rooster? Or farmer puts rooster in the coop? Which one of those is the problem? Rooster ran away? Fox wants to eat rooster? Farmer puts rooster in the coop. If you said fox wants to eat rooster, raise the roof for yourself. That is the problem. I know that the rooster didn't run away on his own. He looks pretty scared. If he was running away on his own, I think he'd look like the fox, like, I'm running away. So I know that's not right. The farmer puts the rooster in the coop in this story, but that's not the problem. That's actually the solution, right? So the problem is that the fox is trying to eat the rooster. All right, here's our last question. It says, which character solves the problem? This is tricky. Which character ends up solving the problem at the end of the story? Is it fox, rooster, or farmer? Fox, rooster, or farmer? If you said farmer, kiss your brains. The farmer ends up solving the problem at the end of the story, right? Because the farmer puts the chicken inside the coop and protects him. The fox does not. The fox is trying to eat the rooster, right? And the rooster does not. He needs help solving his problem. So the farmer is the character that solves the problem at the end of the story. Very good job today, friends. As you're reading your stories at home, even the stories that you've been reading in your reading groups, like Bird Goes Home and Maria Goes to School, I want you to be thinking about your story elements. Who are the characters in the story I'm reading? What's the setting? What's the problem? Oh no. What's the solution? Shoo! Think about all those things as you're reading. Great job this week, friends, with your mini lesson. I will see you guys in next week for 2 days of your mini lesson before Thanksgiving break. Have a good weekend.